Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Here's a headline from the Crypto Basic. Reaper Financial CEO says XRP set to grow 3,510% to $22. Now, this particular CEO happens to actually be building on the XRP ledger. In fact, this particular CEO filed an amicus brief in the SEC v. Ripple case. So he's in the know. This isn't just some sort of fly-by-night individual. Now, I also will note at the outset, and you all know me, right? I'll be real with you. I am way too much of a little baby back bitch to make my own price prediction. Ain't gonna do it. I mean, to be fair, like, honestly, if I were to, I'd just be pulling something out my rear side. It's made up nonsense. Now, my conviction is strong. My conviction is very real. So I feel comfortable saying that I firmly believe XRP at some unknown point in the future is going to hit a new all-time high. It is going to enter price discovery. I just don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but wouldn't be surprised if it's sooner than later given where we're at in this market cycle. I mean, you know, thrusters are firing here, son. I mean, you've been paying attention, right? But I'm going to share with you the perspective from this particular CEO because I got to admit, like, I admire the people that are willing to put their own neck on the line. Like, he's put a dollar figure out there. He says he firmly believes it's going to happen, and if it doesn't, that's him that's put it out there. And so I genuinely admire the people that have that type of backbone because, like, honestly, and well, I mean, I'm not a chart guy, so I wouldn't do that anyway. But again, for the people that do that, I admire it because I see when things don't come to pass, especially for all the analysts out there. My God, they're like public enemy number one. So anyway, I'll share with you perspective, but before going any further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, at the time I'm recording this, XRP is 61 cents, so if it's going to get to $22, it's got a ways to go. But I will say, even though I'm not ever going to make a price prediction because it would just be made up nonsense, it'd be disingenuous for me anyway. It doesn't sound crazy. $22 XRP does not sound crazy. And even if it doesn't hit at this market cycle, I won't be the least bit surprised if it does at some point in the future, even in a subsequent market cycle. It doesn't sound remotely crazy. We've seen way more craziness in crypto the last 15 years. Bitcoin's at $43,667. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, 70 out of 100, so people feeling pretty gosh darn good. And I wanted to share with you something personal regarding my holdings here. And, you know, I'm going to talk about a coin for just a moment that I know a lot of XRP holders are very interested in because there's real utility, and I know the people that are interested in XRP are like me, and they I think, by and large, I think it's fair to say, like, we believe that utility actually matters. That's why we're here, right? You know, and everybody else is like, dog has coin? You know, it's like, you know, there's some, it's the memes, I know. But you and I, even if you're into some of the memes, I'm willing to bet that you're much more interested and have stronger confidence in coins that actually do things that are actually being adopted. Well, HBAR is one of those coins for me. And I know that a lot of you out there in the XRP community do hold it. But even if you don't, I hope this part of the video doesn't bore you, and I don't think it will, or else I wouldn't be covering this. But I want to share with you a mindset because this is what I've applied to XRP. It's the same damn thing. Because when it comes to investing in crypto, resiliency is a requirement. It is not optional. You have to have an actual backbone or you're going to have real trouble. And so HBAR has been on a bit of a run lately and has shared a, this is a 90-day chart, just live coin watch. I just got a screen grab from my phone and uploaded it on social media platform X. That's what's on your screen there. And I wrote the following this morning. I've been holding HBAR nearly 3 years. My investment has been down almost the whole time, which is normal in crypto. Never bothered me. But nice to be in the green now. It's grown to become my second largest holding behind XRP. And so, folks, my HBAR holdings, I put some real money into it, but it has been way further down the list. It's just that it's been on a bit of a run lately, and maybe it goes back down. You know, it doesn't go up in a straight line forever. But I'm not kidding. I've been down on this investment. I put some real serious money into this, and not once did I lose a wink of sleep. Not even for a moment did I stress over any of this. And the bottom line is it's because I have conviction. And if you're not at a point where you're like that, I mean, it may just be the case that you're new to crypto, or if that's not the case, because sometimes people have doubt, and that doesn't mean you're weird or bad. I'm not trying to, offend you, but it's normal. But I think it can just help if you remind yourself why you're here, why you believe what you believe, or further your convictions by doing research. Or maybe you do research and you lose some of the conviction, and if you want to get out of something, that's perfectly reasonable. But I'm telling you this, I've been holding this thing for, again, almost, like I wrote here, almost 3 years. And now it's worth a lot more than when I bought it in terms of dollars. Now, in terms of percentages, it's got a ways to go. And I just want to share a little bit about what the journey's been like for me, because frankly, and this is an all-time price chart for HBAR. I jumped in, and I think, I could be wrong here, but I think it might have been February of 2021, so it's coming up on 3 years here. And I might have bought first around 8 cents or so. I might have bought it as high as 10, 11, 12 cents, somewhere around there. And it hit a new all-time high, and I just held and held and held. I've still never sold any of it, and you can make fun of me for that, but I don't feel embarrassed at all, because either I'm enticed to sell or I'm not. And I wasn't. That level didn't do it for me. And it came way, way, way down. Now, as it came way, way, way down, what I did was start purchasing again. And I now hold about almost three times as much HBAR as I did going into the last bull run. So it's going to be a lot more fun for me this cycle, and I think I'm going to sell. This is the same thing I've done with XRP. So yes, I've been down on it almost the whole time, but that's true of XRP. And so in a separate post to add on to what I just shared with you, I wrote the following. I've mentioned on my channel a number of times, the first 3 years I held XRP, I was down on my investment almost the whole time. But the past 3 years, I've been in the green on it almost the whole time, despite SEC nonsense. Why? It's time in the market, not time in the market. I believe what I believe, and I'm endlessly patient. We'll see if my confidence has been well placed as time ticks on. So, look, having been in the space over 6 years, my conviction hasn't changed. My strategy, broadly speaking, hasn't changed. It's the same approach, broadly speaking, that I take to equities. If I'm buying stocks, it's not for 5 minutes. It's for decades. It's the mindset. It doesn't mean I'm going to literally hold this crypto for decades. I've been holding stuff for over 6 years. I don't need to hold it for decades to get wild, life-changing wealth. So when I'm enticed, I will sell. Things happen faster in crypto. But the concept is what applies here. I think this thing's going to run like crazy. And so I just wait. And I was down on XRP for years, and you could have made fun of me that whole time too. But I'm going to get mine. I firmly believe it. And now I've been up for a long time. And if it goes back down, so be it. But I think what's most probable, given where we are in this market cycle, is that things are just going to start running, and it's going to go ballistic. I think XRP is going to be worth a veritable fortune. And I think so many people listening to this video right now are likely to achieve life-changing wealth. That would be my guess. And I don't know. I'm not a financial guru. There's nothing special about me. I'm a dude on the internet. Name Moon Lambo. What a stupid-ass name. It's hilarious, right? But I do believe this. And I'm certainly not the only one. So let's hop into this, because this is fun. I always appreciate this. Again, like I said at the outset of the video, I genuinely appreciate people that are going to put their reputation on the line and risk it, because I guess I don't have the cojones to do it. But that's not the real reason. The real reason, I'm joking a little bit, it's because I'm not a chart guy and I'd just be kind of making crap up. I believe directionally that XRP is going to do what it's going to do to the positive, but in terms of a dollar figure, I don't want to jump in that game personally. But again, I do admire the people, genuinely, that are willing to jump in the ring. And so again, the headline here, Reaper Financial CEO says XRP set to grow 3,510% to $22. Patrick Riley, the CEO of Reaper Financial, has issued daring projections for XRP, including a 3,510% growth and a forecast that XRP could take the place of Bitcoin. Riley made the bold comments in an interview with pro-XRP YouTuber enthusiast Zach Rector. In the podcast, Riley claimed to have conducted an analysis on XRP a few weeks ago. And per the disclosure, the findings from the research formed the foundation of his belief that XRP is poised to surpass Bitcoin as the leading cryptocurrency during the coming bull run. And here's a quote from him. What I expect from XRP going into 2024, and one of the things I'm expecting very realistically during this bull run, is that XRP will surpass Bitcoin as the #1 cryptocurrency, end quote. Now, look, I hope he's right. I hope he's right. And the idea of Bitcoin being supplanted by XRP or even just some other coin, it's not crazy. I don't know for sure if it's ever going to happen, because it's certainly true that Once something's in place, that's a technology. It is hard to supplant that mofo unless there's something typically that's like leagues better. And so you could say, well, yeah, that's already happened. I get it. XRP is obviously superior for a bunch of things, including payments. But what about layer 2 technologies? Because like there's something to be said here. I mean, you can use the XRP ledger to move Bitcoin, right? Spend the bits. That's a real thing. And there are other reasons too. And I've talked. That's my intention for this video is not go too far down that topic, but it is an interesting topic. I've talked about it at length on this channel over the years. And so I don't think the idea is crazy. What he's saying here, the idea of Bitcoin being supplanted, perfectly possible. Could it be by XRP? It's possible. Is it going to happen this market cycle, if ever? No. That's just my opinion. I don't believe that it's going to happen this market cycle. Because I don't see anything changing from a historical precedent that would lead me to believe that the market's going to do anything notably different than what it's done in the past. Yes, there's this maturation, and things are evolving in a particular way. But Bitcoin leads the market. I don't see even a hint that that's going to change, as much as I'd love for it to be the case, because XRP is my largest individual crypto holding. It's my favorite coin for tons of reasons. I don't believe for a moment it's going to happen, this market. So I hope he's right, and I hope I'm wrong. But I don't think he's remotely crazy for saying that. I just respectfully disagree, at least for this market cycle. But if you're talking about at some unknown point in the future, just way out there without a timestamp, yeah, sounds reasonable. It could happen. But I will admit also, the more time passes, the more questionable that is, in my opinion. Because again, I just, and David Schwartz has shared this perspective too. And I think it's reasonable. We'll see, but any crypto that has adoption to this point, if it's actually solving any sort of problem to this point, there's a really good chance that it's actually going to have long-term viability, because even if there's some sort of technological negative, you can fix that with layer 2 technologies. That's absolutely true, broadly speaking. And maybe there are some where that's not the case, but just broadly speaking, I do tend to think that there's a way to put a Band-Aid on that bitch and it's going to be fine. Like, look at Bitcoin, for example. It's going to be really hard to supplant that if it ever happens. Anyway, Peace continues. Meanwhile, he emphasized that this prediction does not imply Bitcoin's failure, but rather an anticipation of XRP's ascendancy in the crypto hierarchy. Yeah, and so fair enough, but I will say this. If Bitcoin, and this is an if Bitcoin is only used as a store of value and it's knocked out of number one at a point in time where that's all it's being used for at that point, it just makes me wonder how the hell it's going to continue to persist at all, other than something that should be in a museum. Because if it's just going to be a store of value, and this is where the conversation gets fun and interesting to me, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Just drop some comments below. But if it's the case that it actually gets knocked out, like if you're jumping into the world of crypto, say you're diversifying, you're getting into crypto for the first time. If you're there for store of value, why wouldn't you be more enticed to put money into something like XRP that not only offers a store of value, but does stuff? Wouldn't that lead you to have more confidence than you would in Bitcoin because it's just a store of value? And so it depends on when this happens. Now, if Bitcoin's meaningfully being used for other stuff, especially thanks to layer 2 technology, maybe that point is kind of moot. But that's where the conversation gets fun, though. And so that's some of my broad thoughts. You guys let me know what you think about that. But as far as the actual price prediction, let's jump into this part. Meanwhile, the host asked Patrick Riley to disclose his price target for XRP for the coming bull run. Riley stated he foresees XRP reaching $22 or higher in its next peak. Moreover, he expressed a belief that XRP will maintain a value of over $10 even during the subsequent bear market. Okay, folks. I hope so. Okay, if XRP runs and melts faces even more than I think the meltiest face will be melted, okay. But I mean, what's it going to run to drop down? Because wouldn't you expect XRP is going to do what it does and drop over 80% after a new high? Because that's what coins do. It's not like unique to XRP. Bitcoin's done that. ETH, pick your coin. So what's it going to go, like over $50? Or he thinks it's only going to have a little over a 50% pullback. Now, that would be another point where I would just respectfully disagree. If he's right, he's right, and he could be, and I could be wrong. I just don't think that's probable, but where I'm coming from is just historical precedent that's heavily swaying what I think is probable to occur in this coming bull market, which I think we're on the cusp of. Anyway, piece continues. From XRP's current market value of 60 cents, a $22 price point amounts to a growth rate of, listen up folks, 3,510%. However, he emphasized that his prediction should not be considered financial advice. And look, again, the idea of it getting to $22 doesn't sound remotely crazy. If that happens, so many of you listening are going to have your lives forever positively changed. We're talking financial freedom. I understand what's at stake here. That's why I've been here for over 6 years. This is why I have a blasty blast being in crypto, even during the bear markets, run this YouTube channel just about every single damn day for over half a decade now. Because I understand what this all means. There's a reason I'm as confident as I am. Whether I'm right or wrong, we'll see. I think I'm right. At least not on everything, but in terms of directionally where I'm going, the general strategy, I do believe I'm right. I certainly have been to this point anyway. But this idea of $22 XRP, don't know if it's going to happen this market cycle. And with each prediction, with every dollar you go up, the less confident I am. That's only reasonable. But even if it goes to $10 or $12 or $13, which is more in line with what the blockchain backer thinks is probable, that's still going to be life-changing for so many people. And maybe it does go higher, 15, 20 bucks. It's not crazy. It's just fun to think about. I'm the same as you guys. Like I said, I'm just a normal dude. I happen to have a YouTube channel. It doesn't make me any more special than any of you. I sit here thinking about this stuff all the damn time as well. And I think we all understand as a community exactly what is at stake here, which is why we need to not mess this up, as I was talking about in a video just the other day. And to me, what that means is just staying the course. Having conviction, resiliency, an actual backbone. And I do. And I know that so many of you listening do. And even if you feel uncertain at times, it's okay. It doesn't mean you're weak or stupid or bad. You're normal. If anything, I'm the weirdo. Not getting phased anymore. But I used to. I certainly used to. I won't tell the whole story again because I'm sure many of you have heard it before. But I remember the last time I ever felt fear in the market. It was in August of 2018. XRP was just going down, down, down. It may have been, I can't remember, it was 20 or 25 cents in August, whatever it was, but it just kept going down. And I was just thinking about how much money I'd put in and, how it's lost the price. But I knew logically already, even at the point, I knew logically it didn't make sense to have that fear. And for some reason, that was the moment it really clicked. And I had been in the market for less than a year at that point, but it really just clicked. And I was like, this is stupid. And I was just fine. I don't know why. I just was. And I've never felt fear again. Ever. I get excited when the price goes down. When the price goes up, though, I'm probably going to get a bit nervous, to be honest with you. Because, look, I haven't been in a point where I'm cashing out to United States dollars ever from crypto. Ever. So, yeah, I'm probably going to get a bit nervous about that. But you know what? That'll be a fun... I will welcome that problem. Bring that problem to me. Me having a little bit of nervousness and fear, getting ready to, take my life-changing wealth. Woe is me, I'll take it. I will happily take it. But I will have, I believe I will have real nervousness. And I'll talk about what I'm going through at the time here, because let's share the experience together, right? That's what I'm doing on my channel. But, yeah, good problem to have. So you guys let me know what you think. I'll stop yammering on here. But definitely not the craziest expectation here. So I respectfully disagree on some of the stuff that he thinks is probable to happen here, but we're all entitled to our opinions. I don't think it's bonkers or bad or weird or anything like that. He could be right and I could be wrong. We'll just see what unfolds, and it's going to be a fun, fun ride. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.